Hello and welcome to viewers of Good Morning DRC TV. I hope you are doing very well. Today is Sunday, the 11th of May. Sunday, the 11th of May. My last video was on, the question was whether the war in the DRC or the conflict is to do with Tutsi versus the Bantu. And I have so many reactions and I cannot get to see the flavor or the argument or what people are thinking and their sort of, people's perspective on what is happening in the eastern part of Congo. And to me, this is very, very interesting because, like I said, I, as a Congolese, I care about my country and I want to put out information out there to alert my brothers and sisters around the world. I want the world to know, when I say the world, primarily referring to my brothers and sisters, those who are in the English-speaking countries, because many of you have children and people around you that do not understand so much of what goes on the media, either in Lingala or in French. And this is the reason why I'm putting this out there, so that those who have no access can actually receive that information from someone who is here in the DRC, who is living the life and who is basically understanding or at least experiencing what is going on here. And I appreciate your comments because it allows me to basically filter things so I can come to my conclusion, put it out there so you can also give me some feedback, and all together we are working in order to help our country to come out of the situation that we find ourselves in. And this is very, very important because what we are dealing with here did not start here or 5 years ago. The same thing will happen when we are no longer here. Our children that are coming, unless we teach them, unless we tell them our history, unless they understand the conflict that is taking part for our country, especially in the eastern part, many will not understand and many will pay the price of us missing the opportunity to give them information. Because as I always say, those who have planned or those who are planning to partition the DRC, those who are planning to take away a chunk of the DRC, and I believe in one of the comments that somebody mentioned the fact, he said, you have, basically their comments was along the lines that Kivu and Goma, they are planning for this to become independent states. This is a good, I believe, information that came to me, something that I have heard about before, but I did not give too much importance or credence, or at least wanted to pursue that information. I did not do that. But having heard or having received that comments from one of the commentators here, or somebody who's written to me, it has really helped me, and I'm going to do a little bit more digging on that. Because the thing about the Congo, like I always say, there is also another, I'll come back to this, another aspect. Somebody said here in the comments that those who are perpetrating the war, those who are killing, those who are destroying lives, those who are looting in the eastern part of the Congo, people like Makenga, they call themselves the descendants of Solomon. So somehow they believe they are superior to the people that they have found in that country. And they have as a mission to eliminate those people so they can take over, because they believe somehow that they are the descendant of Solomon, and therefore by virtue are superior to the natives of that country. As I said, this is rich information. The information that I'm getting is really helpful. We are talking and we are exchanging in order to help to build ourselves and to give ourselves a bank or a knowledge bank from which we can draw and help us, ourselves, and even our children, so they can begin to understand what this conflict is all about. And as I said, I appreciate the many of you that are commenting, that are telling things the way they are. What I do know is that we are in a position or at a place where we cannot neglect, we cannot minimize what is going on in the eastern part of Congo. We cannot. We have to be aware. We have to awaken to the reality that the plans that has been conceived many years ago, they are slowly trying to bring it to its reality. They're trying to materialize this plan. That means to take Goma and Kivu and other territory away from the DRC. And the way they do it is by bringing people into the DRC, and I always say they want to get rid of the natives. They have been doing that for a long time. This is the reason why we have more than 12 million people that have died, that have lost their lives. And you think about the refugees that are in Goma today. Many of them from Minembwe, many of them from the different territories that they have been basically, they've driven those people out from those regions and from those territories. And instead, they have replaced them with families that have come from Rwanda, from Uganda, and they have basically brought this. And this is the reason why you keep hearing about Paul Kagame saying that there are 100,000 refugees in Rwanda and 300 in Uganda. And this is a lie. This is the kind of people that Kagame and Museveni have been planning to take and to implant them in the DRC, so that later on they will claim independence, so that later on they will want to become autonomous. And this has always been in the making, and this is the politics that they are having in that region. And so we, as Congolese, we need to be aware of all of this. And I believe more so the people in the eastern part of our country, they understand this. Based on the comments, I can't say everybody do understand, but I do. From the comments that I'm getting here, people have a better reading and understanding of this situation there. So I am, and I will continue to say this to my brothers and sisters, wherever you are, understand that our country is under greater threat from our enemies. The neighboring country, namely Uganda, Rwanda, and now Kenya of Ruto. So they are planning, and they have already have this plan that they are going to bring, and they have during the conflict that happened in Goma here. Do we know how many people, those that were being brought to the DRC? A lot. I don't know the count, the number, but many families were being brought to the DRC and are still bringing them into the DRC and positioning them in different territories where they have driven the natives out. So the fight is here now. If you go to Goma, you will see that it has been, now it is under the control of the M23. So who's going to stop them? Who knows how many families are being brought into in Goma or to Goma? Many families are coming through from Rwanda into Goma, from Uganda into Goma. Many of them are coming. And at one point, I even heard the guy who's there, Nanga, saying that they want Kinyarwanda to be a language in the Congo. But all these people, they don't know that they are serving Kagame, they are serving Museveni. You all know what happened to Laurent Désiré Kabila, who actually served the purpose of these same people, this same group of people who wanted to invade the DRC, and yet they found in Laurent Désiré Kabila somebody whom they could put it, like the same way they're doing with Nanga. They put him right to be the front man, so that people will think this is a Congolese issue, but underneath it's not Congolese at all. It's all Rwandese who are there, and also Museveni's people who are there because of their evil plan that they have against the DRC. It's always been the case. Now, Nanga himself, he found himself in that terrible situation because of the disagreement that he's had, losing his properties and mines that he used to have. I know this because Nanga was here in Kinshasa, and my ears were on the ground, and I've seen him here in Kinshasa as he was trying to go around to get back what he believes was taken away from him. Having not succeeded in doing that, he decided to basically go to Goma and allow himself to be used by Paul Kagame. So in the same way they used Kabila, in the same way they're using Nanga now. So Laurent Désiré Kabila, when he understood, when he realized that his country was at stake and he was in the very, very difficult situation, he knew the plan that was coming was not going to be good for the DRC as a whole. But it was already too late. When he decided to cut ties with them, it was already too late. But let us not sleep. This is what I'm saying. Let us not sleep. Let us not think that what is going on in Washington right now, let us not see what is going on in Doha right now, because this battle, like Laurent Désiré Kabila was warning us, it's going to be a long, long battle in terms of how it has entrenched itself in the fabric of our society. It's unbelievable. And we need to be aware of this. We need to understand this, that this battle is still going on to this very day. Many are losing lives. Many territories are being taken. While all these things are going, while some of the Congolese are falling asleep, Rwanda is not falling asleep, Kagame is not falling asleep, Ruto is not falling asleep, and Museveni, they are not sleeping. They are walking their ways. They are fulfilling little by little their plans. All that is unfolding right now, it's a plan that was conceived long ago. And I would ask many of you, wherever you are, especially those who know and understand more about what is going on in the eastern part of the Congo, as usual, please do give me your comments. Let me understand what is going on there. Let me see, let me understand what is going on there. Because like I said, yes, I I don't live in the eastern part of Congo. I'm here in Kinshasa, but you are there. Many of you understand what is unfolding there. And you know what you have suffered. You know what you're going through. But I want you to know that I care so much. And that's the reason why I do what I'm doing here. To let my brothers and sisters know, and those who care about the Congo to know, this is the time to wake up. This is a time to wake up. We need to keep ourselves awake to understand what is happening in our government. Who are the leaders who are leading us? Where are they from? What is their ambition? This is very, very important, because if we are not careful, like I said to some, say, how did we ever have, what is his name, Azarias Rubera, to be at the position where he was, a vice president of the DRC? How did that happen? How did that happen? Do we know what they're doing right now? Do we know what the Nyarugabu are doing right now? Do we know what is going on right now? Because what they're preparing right now, you have no idea. This is why we must make sure that at the head of our government, we don't ever find ourselves in that situation again. And you only do that if we are awake right now. You begin to see in the ranks who's coming through the ranks. What are they planning? What is their strategy? But I'm here to encourage you, those of you who are commenting, my brothers and sisters around the world, you know, or if you don't know, that your country, our DRC, our beloved country, is under attack, and we all must pull together. Wherever you are, join your community, because you're outside. Join your groups of talks and begin to form an alliance where you are sharing ideas, where you are talking, you in the diaspora. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Getting together, talking and seeing ways and means that you can influence what is going on in the DRC right now. As much as you are living your lives out there, but think about what is going on here in the DRC. Many of you intellectuals, you have position, you are in positions of authority. There are so many things you can do out there. Don't just get on with your life and forget your countries. Don't do that. Get involved and do something. This was pretty much to thank all of you who have given me comments, who have told me, and please keep them coming through. Let me know what is going on. And as I said, we will continue to build on this so that we as Congolese can stay strong and have a united country and stand against all our enemies. That includes Museveni, Paul Kagame, and Ruto. These have evil plans, and evil people they are, for what they have been doing in the DRC. Thank you again for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in another video. Thank you. Bye-bye.